My name's Andrew Grant. I live at 5168 Robinson Park Road in Moscow. And I'd just like to read you. I've got a study here done by five-year strategic plan done by Aaron Zaretsky. The city had done for, well, it was just $20,000. Goal number 10, market should help to enhance rather than limit the success of the shops along Main Street. The market is blessed with terrific Main Street shops. Goes down. 18% of the adjacent Main Street merchants have experienced a decrease in sales in market days. The market's goal should be for 100% of Main Street merchant sales to increase on market days. But as a represented merchant, no change would be okay. And it says, currently the market is laid out so the market vendors present their rear to the Main Street businesses, and the farmers market itself presents a wall with few breaks that prevents customers from easily accessing Main Street businesses. Since the health of Main Street businesses is important to both the entire community as well as the farmers market vendors themselves, the following recommendations should be implemented. And it goes on, and basically it's this layout that I have shown some of you, which currently the booths are sent towards the middle of Main Street. People walk up and down Main Street. His recommendation was to face them towards the businesses, so people would be walking along the business, along the sidewalk. And lists, and says, here are some following benefits. Main Street businesses' sales will be enhanced as market customers will be walking by their products rather than being restricted from accessing their products. Market vendor sales will be boosted as their own display space will be enhanced with greater customer focus on each vendor. And typical amount for vendor display will increase from 15 to 40 feet. And so that's what this expert that the city hired said. And it's not just me and him. There was a survey. He did a survey of the vendors, and 20% of the vendors said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. The community, 48% of the community agreed with that. And for the businesses, 64% of the businesses would like that to happen as well. And this is all information you guys may be familiar with. And so I would just like the city council to consider that. It seems like an easy move. Nobody needs to change where they're at. Just turn around, and the businesses and the farmers market can work together rather than the businesses being shut out.
Andrew, can I have copies of that?
Yeah.
Stuff that you have there, please?
Yep.
Do you mind giving it to me?
These are my only copies. I'd be happy to make.
We actually have that information, Mayor.
Yeah. I printed all this stuff off from the city website, but I'll make copies of it for you and get it to you.
I would like that. Thank you.
It's so. I don't know. The report says it'd be a win-win, and I talked to staff, and they said, well, there might be a big process, and so the businesses, a lot of them aren't doing great right now, and if we wait another season, we won't be here to talk to you.
Okay, well, thank you, Andrew, for bringing that board in front of us and stuff, and it will be considered, certainly. I can't sit here and tell you that it will be done, but it'll be considered, so I can't see a reason why the commission won't be able to see this. Gary, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I can tell you just what, having some involvement with the Farmers Market Commission, the reconfiguration of downtown has long been a discussion of the commission, and Andy and his wife have both approached at least staff to talk about it. There are issues with placing the Zaretsky plan into motion, and one of those is there has to be access by emergency vehicles through downtown. Putting the booths in the middle where they're back-to-back presents a bunch of logistical issues. One of those is access, both by ambulance and fire crews. Secondly, the loading and unloading of wares by merchants or by farmers market vendors is problematic as well. However, it is something that has been looked at. They've even gone so far as to see if you could shift it from one side to the other to leave a 20-foot or at least some amount of emergency vehicle space. So it's under discussion. I do believe, like Andy said, that it is not something that is currently on task to implement this year, but we can certainly continue to look at that. I could carry that message to the commission. There might be an opportunity for a pilot or something like that to determine if that might be the way to go. But I will tell you that it has been looked at both by the street department, police, fire, and by the Farmers Market Commission. So those are just some of the challenges. So I didn't want the council to get the impression, and Andy didn't give that impression either, that this has been brought and discussed and is a continuing discussion item.
Okay. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Andy.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.